We had gotten a phone call from our nurse, and she said, the test came back, everything's fine, the baby's healthy. We had a sonogram the next morning. We went in there, thinking everything was great. We were just gonna get to see the baby moving around and, see all the fingers and toes. And so we waited about 45 minutes, and Matt and I were both like, what's going on? We've never had to wait this long. So after a while, the doctor came to the door and called our name, and it was the doctor with the nurse. I'd never seen the doctor before, so we were both just like, what's going on? I remember walking back that hallway and thinking, I actually said to him, I said, you're scaring me. What's going on? So we went into this little room, and I remember that I sat down, and the nurse was holding a box of tissues, and it's kind of when you know something's going on. And he said that they were wrong, that they gave us the wrong test results, and that your baby has trisomy 21. I just remember looking at those Kleenexes thinking, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not going to let them think that this is going to destroy me, because it will not. And the doctor said, we really want you to go see a specialist to discuss your options. And I said, I don't know what you mean by options, but if you mean abortion, there's no discussing that. And so we are going to keep our baby. When we found out the diagnosis, I went into depression for about 6 weeks, where I couldn't even get off the couch. I felt like my life was over. I felt like I was okay if I didn't live to see the next day. It was not healthy, obviously, and I don't know that it's necessarily normal, but that's where I was. And I ended up leaving that OB and trying to go someplace else. Since I was high risk, nobody would take me. So we ended up going to the specialist, mainly because we didn't have anywhere else to go. We didn't have another doctor. The first thing he did was say, you chose not to terminate, and we want to just make sure that you don't want to talk to somebody else about that. And we said, no, we've already named our child. This is Emerson. And after that, it came up again and again, to a point where we felt, I think the only way I can describe how we felt was bullied. Every time he gave us bad news, it was like he did it with glee. It was so bizarre that we would leave there dumbfounded. And I remember the last time we went, he told us that she had club feet, and he like giggled. That was it. We weren't going back. I didn't know anybody with Down syndrome. I had only been hearing the negative about Downs and what they wouldn't do and what she wouldn't accomplish. And I went through my entire pregnancy just in grief and sorrow. And I had my faith. It definitely is the only thing that kept me going. I knew that he was going to bring beauty from the ashes. I knew it. But being in that for the entire pregnancy, I was terrified to have her. I was terrified to give birth to her. I was terrified to look at her. I didn't know, what she would look like. I didn't know if I was going to be able to love her. When they brought her to me, it was about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was holding her, and she smiled. And I remember thinking, this baby is so easy to love. She's just, I knew everything was going to be okay. And I felt like that was God's gift to me. Like, this is just beginning, and it's going to be the best journey. I don't want a world without children with Down syndrome. I don't want us to go down that road that other countries are going to. They're missing it, and that's a tragedy. You can't say to somebody that they're going to have a poor quality of life, or their child's going to have a poor quality of life, when nearly 100% of people surveyed with Down syndrome and their families say their quality of life has gotten better. They have to be truthful, and they have to bring out the positives, because there are so many more positives than negatives. The perfect doctor to me would have been, I understand that this is very difficult for you, but let me tell you what I know from other mothers who have gone through this. In fact, here's a place where you can go to get support. That would have been wonderful. When I did get together with DSDN and all the other rockin' mamas out there, I saw what she could do. And I know she can drive if she wants to. She can go to college if she wants to. She can get married if she wants to. There's so much more out there that she can do than that she can't do. And that's really what our goal is for her, is to just continue to not meet expectations, but defy them, just go so far past that she is an example to others. She is an inspiration to others. I think the proof that people are more than their diagnosis is my daughter. My Emerson is so much more than we were told she was going to be, more than my highest expectations, more than my greatest dreams. I'm thankful for the opportunity to have learned so much from her.